And we're back. How about that? I told you, it'd be quick. It's a Criterion Palooza Part 2 or whatever. Anyway, number 46, The Most Dangerous Game. Oh, man, this was a fun one. 1932, 63 minutes. Marion C. Cooper and Ernest B. Schoedsack. This is back when filmmakers use their initials in their middle initials in their names. David O. Selznick, that's his name. David Irving B. Seltzberg Jr. from the Mike Tyson sketch. Anyway, Most Dangerous Game, based on the story by Richard Connell. If you don't know the story, here you go. Basically, just give you a synopsis. The story: shipwrecks on an island, and a hunter named by the name of Bob something or other. Maybe they have his full name. It just gave his name as Bob in the characters. Bob Rainsford. Bob Rainsford washes up on an island, and he's a hunter, and he finds this castle where the mysterious Zaroff lives with his servants, and he welcomes them in, gives them shelter and food and drink. And while there, he meets two other castaways, a brother and sisters, Eva and Martin Trowbridge, played by Fay Ray and Robert Armstrong. Well, I mean, Fay Ray's the name you know from King Kong, so she's the important one, and they all meet, and he talks about, and he realizes that he's the hunter, and Zaroff begins to talk about his experience as a hunter, and he starts to reveal that he doesn't hunt; he hunts the most dangerous game, because he thinks tigers. Oh no, tigers have just their claws and teeth. And the most dangerous game is, of course, humans, because they have mental capacity as well as just the ability to fire back and use weapons, and they are the challenge. So what happens is Zaroff challenges all who come to his island to be hunt or be hunted. If they win, they get freedom from the island. They are allowed to leave via the boathouse. And if they don't, which they never do, which they always lose, Zaroff lives to fight to kill another day. And I don't know if it's explicitly stated whether or not he eats them, but he does hunt them. And so Bob is up for the challenge after he finds out that Martin, Eva's brother, is killed from denying to be hunted. Who, by the way, Martin is a very strange, comic relief character, because he gets drunk quickly, within 5 minutes he is drunk after meeting Bob, and they're all sitting around drinking. It's kind of funny, and I'm assuming it's kind of supposed to be kind of funny. I laughed, but if I wasn't supposed to, hey, whatever. Yeah. So Bob Rainsford, the hunter, says he'll do it, and so long as he can take Eve along with him, and so he gives them all the rules. He allows them up to sunset or lets them shoot at midnight or something like that. I don't know. But the idea is he gives them a running kind of a day's start, and so they set up a trail for him, and I guess a day-long trail that he'd have to follow in order to find them, and they and once the hunt's on, then the hunt is on, and quickly, but very, very quickly, he catches up to him, and he sicks his dogs on him. And the dog knocks Bob over the cliff and falls into the waterfall in the ravine, and as he shoots him, and I guess because obviously I think because he wanted him to die as he was going over, so that but the next morning, Zaroff is playing the piano with his servant, And who should walk in but Bob Rainsford, unharmed. Apparently he shot the dog instead of Bob. And so Zaroff initially just congratulates him and says, "Well, you have beaten me. You're free to go." Bob is pissed. Bob is a little pissed, so he lunges at him with the knife and just tries to kill him, and they get into this weird fight, and they try to hurt each other, and he cuts Zaroff, and he thinks he's dead, and the servant comes after him with the knife, and Bob and Eve, try to escape from the boathouse, and they take off, and with his last little bit of energy, he takes the crossbow. Zaroff takes the crossbow and tries to aim for him from the window, and finally gives up. It says impossible, and just falls off the cliff into the pit of dogs underneath to his death, I'm assuming. And that's how the movie ends, and that's basically it. It's a trip. It's a really interesting, story, and making this movie so short. Well, it's only 63 minutes. It does lose a little bit, with the feeling of intensity, with action. This is a movie, it's very a mentally driven movie, because it's about senses, it's about hunting, and it's about being hunted. It's about the idea, the animalistic spirit in humans and all that. And so when you put that on the screen and you take away a lot of the dialogue and a lot of it, the thought that you can only get in the printed text, it does lose something. And for me, but at the same time, this is an accomplishment just to put this on the screen as early as 1932 too. It's kind of a dark subject for that early, but it's it's not the most harmless plot line you could do, and the story, the short story is very successful. And yeah, that's all I got to say about it. As far as the filmmaker is concerned, there's some great. I think probably the best shot is when they're coming up close to them, and they come close to the waterfall, and they have that shot of them, of the camera moving through the bush. It's like yeah, it's like you're walking through. No, it's like it's like you're moving with the camera's moving with the character, and it's executed well. Yeah, so I give it an A-. I give it an A- just for its length. 63 minutes, you can't complain. I think this is I think this is so far the shortest film in the Criterion edition, in the Criterion collection, which, hey, not a problem with that. Definitely the easiest to have gotten through since probably The Nook of the North. The Nook of the North was easiest, and I think the second earliest too, since The Nook of the North. And yeah, so that's all I got to say. A-, just because just a little more, could have been a little more passionate, but but also that would make the movie longer, and I think knocking it out in an hour just totally works. So there you go. Anyway, The Most Dangerous Game. Get this one. Watch it over and over and over and over and over again, because even if you know what happens, it'll still knock you out. Just the idea of Zaroff, the ultimate villain. Anyway, woo. Whatever. I won't throw it. Yeah, anyway. So thanks for watching. Two in one day. How about that? Anyway, so tomorrow, Insomnia by am I gonna butcher this? Eric Schulgarg. Anyway, yeah, I'm not even gonna show you my mouth when I say that name. Probably tomorrow I'll just hold up my face every time I try to say his name. Eric Schulgarg. Maybe I'll try to find a website that will pronounce his name right. But yeah, we'll do this tomorrow, number 47. I guess this is number 47. And then 48, Black Orpheus, which will be coming soon. And then 49, Knights of Cabiria. And then 50, and the ship sails on, and then we're done with the 40s. We're halfway to 100. How cool is this? Anyway, Most Dangerous Game done. Thanks for watching. We will see you tomorrow for Insomnia. But for now, try to get some sleep. And until then, goodbye.